Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy, Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And today, this morning, the Switch 2 was revealed. The handheld Kang is back in effect, and you better get ready. Everybody better get ready because they ain't playing no games. They done revised the whole system. They got new features in the system. They got a new kickstand. Joy-Cons are new with new features. They got a mouse-like situation. Some people talking about it's too late for them to do that because the Legion Go did it first. But those same people then say it was too late for the Legion Go to utilize Joy-Cons when Nintendo did it first. It don't matter who did it. What matters is who do it the best and who gonna have the most people using it. Nintendo is gonna make it mainstream. Legion Go is not. That is the facts. I'm so hype about the Switch 2, not necessarily because it's a system that I'm gonna just rush out to purchase. No, I'm gonna probably get one, but it's not like I've been, sweating and waiting and hoping and praying and all that kind of stuff. That's not the case. It's not true. You know what I mean? I do think it's a dope system. I do think it look cool. I'm excited to see what it offers in the realms of performance. I'm glad that they did make the Joy-Cons a little bigger and kind of redesigned them in such a way, because the OG Joy-Cons kind of like my pinky and ring finger would get numb after playing with them or after using them for like an extended period of time. So I had to invest in I invested in 2 Nitro decks. Each of them were supposedly the Hall effect analog. The analogs went out, you know what I mean? So this having those analogs don't mean nothing to me. It's, you know what I mean? Because apparently those aren't immune to drift. You know what I mean? Those aren't immune to issues. But so I got a couple of those, and I got a Hori pad and all that kind of stuff. But I am going to try out these Joy-Cons and see what they're hitting for. And hopefully it's something cool, something good and comfortable to use. But with that being said, the main reason I'm excited about, this device and it being Nintendo is because third party, you even had some third party developers speak on how, they wish they had of taken the Switch more serious. They just didn't think it would be adopted at the rate it was adopted at. You know what I mean? Everybody and their mama got a Switch. You know what I mean? You got Switch owners own multiple Switches. You know what I'm saying? And not the kind your mom used to send you to the bush to go pick out when you got in trouble. Not that kind of Switch. But multiple Switch. You got folks that got the OG, the OLED, a couple of the lights. Then they got the special editions and different colors and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? This system is gonna go even more crazy, I believe, than the OG Switch. And since your third party have now recognized their folly in not supporting the OG Switch, rest assured with the possible power upgrade that this system may have, rest assured they're going to do everything in their power to put every game they make on this system. Because unlike a certain other system, people buy this system and they also buy software on this system. You know what I mean? So making a lower tier version is more than worth it. More than worth it. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like they having to work twice as hard to make a fraction of the money. Sure, they might have to work a little harder, but it's definitely going to pay off because people on Nintendo buy games. You know what I'm saying? So that is going to translate to a lot more sales to some third-party developers, which is always enticing to see. You know what I mean? The possibility of selling even more on a system that's going to be, let's be honest, especially at $400, people rushing out to buy this, bro. At a high 400, people are rushing out to purchase this thing here. You know what I'm saying? And with the possibility of it being bought at such a high rate, and the possibility of all these third-party devs rushing to put their games over here, there's also a possibility that these people will be able to sell more copies on the Nintendo Switch over the PlayStation. And that's my hope. My hope is I hope they're able to outsell software on the Nintendo Switch, so that way PlayStation get up off their ass and get to cooking. They can get up off their tail and get to making games at a quicker rate, and not just out here trying to, we're gonna put out one game a year. That's not acceptable, brother. That's not acceptable. And Nintendo, first party, they've shown that they can put out more than one game a year. You know what I mean? You can catch you more than one exclusive on Nintendo a year. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if, you know, PlayStation is woken up and they see that they're losing the arms race, that kind of lights a spark underneath their tail. You know what I mean? So they can get back to cooking. You know, bring back some of these older legacy IPs and whatnot. You don't have to have a freaking $200 million budget to make a Sly Cooper. You don't have to have a $300 million budget to make a Jak and Daxter. You don't have to have these budgets to make these games, and Nintendo has shown you that. These games on Nintendo ain't costing nowhere near that amount of money. Nowhere near. And they outselling everything that PlayStation dropping out. They outselling everything. A lot of these PlayStation studios, they want to sit up here and take all generation to fart out one game. Nah, that's no longer acceptable. And when they start to lose, you know, well, not, of course, obviously they're not going to quote unquote lose, but I'm just speaking, you know, I guess metaphorically of them losing. You know, they losing out on sales to the Nintendo Switch, because a lot of these Nintendo guys only have a PlayStation because certain games ain't on Switch. Moving forward, they not gonna have to worry about not being able to play Final Fantasy 15. They not gonna have to worry about not being able to play Final Fantasy 7 or 16 or what have you. Cause those games like that, those type of games are coming to the Switch right then and there. Right then and there. So Sony's losing out on the console sale, and they will be losing out on the software sale. You know what I'm saying? Now me, I'm gonna still buy it on PlayStation just because it's gonna perform better. It's just gonna perform better than on the Switch. You know what I mean? But some folks don't give a fuck. Some folks don't give a damn. That bitch on the Switch, that's all they worry about. This bitch on the Switch. But it's portable though. Like how they used to say, but it's portable. That's what they used to say. And god darn it, they not gonna care about how, they not gonna care about no performance. They not gonna care about no frames. They don't care about no resolution. All they know is it's better than what I had, and god darn it, it's portable. You know what I'm saying? That's all they worried about. That's all they worried about. So that's the main reason why I'm excited for this system, because my hope is that this system forces PlayStation to do more, put out more, revive these IPs, put these games out. Everything ain't gotta be a AAA 30-hour $200 million budget, 14 writers, 200 crew member studio. It ain't gotta be all that, bruh. It ain't got to be all that for you to put a freaking game out. Oh, well, that's our bread and butter. We like to make the AAAs and we like to produce the blockbuster. Who gives a fuck? We ain't talking about that right now. We talking about your production line. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you make award-winning games, but if it take you fucking 10 years to build that bitch, it better be award-winning. It better be award-winning. That's all you fucking doing? Working on the same shit 8-9 years, it better get game of the year. Which, you know, like this, the bigger game didn't win it last year, and I think that should also tell them something. Astrobot is not a huge game. Astrobot budget was not huge. The studio was not huge. You know what I'm saying? It's money to be made there. It's enjoyment to be had there. Their budget can be alleviated to a degree. It's less stress. It's less stressful. You could potentially train new devs there at these smaller studios, creating these smaller games. You can put them out quicker. You don't got to worry about making all this money back on them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Nintendo does the best. Focusing on them legacy IPs. They're able to keep that budget small. They're able to produce more of them quicker. It's a lesson to be learned there. And God darn the PlayStation League, learn that God darn lesson. That's all I got for you right now. We'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm gone.